Hey, Destination Declutterers. Happy Valentine's Day. Isn't it fun that today's Monday Motivation also I can riff on Monday Motivation and Valentine's. So I feel like I'm doing the robot. Uh, so here's what I have to say for a Monday Motivation, Destination Declutter wise, uh, regarding Valentine's. So I don't know if this was like it when you were a kid, but I'm thinking back to specifically third grade in school where we had those Valentines that were like they came in a box and you kind of cut them apart and you wrote them out, put them in a little white envelope, licked them up, and you would pass around Valentines to the kids in your class. Now, to me, I think back on that and I realize how Valentines tend to fall into two camps. So you've got the Valentines that you give the people in your class who are nice and fine and everything. But then there might have been somebody who you really liked. You there was an extra little zing when you saw them, and you maybe put a little bit more care in that Valentine, and you were like, I choose you, as they say. And I want you to think this week about your stuff in your home, your items, your clutter, even, but the things in your house and what kind of Valentine would you give your pieces of stuff in your house? So, you probably have a lot of stuff in your house that is, yeah, you're fine. Yep, okay, here, I like you. I like you enough, right? But then, hopefully, you have a few items that you're like, ooh, I really like you. That's the kind of Valentine I'm going to give you. Now, the reason I suggest you look at your stuff in this way, the I like you and I really like you Valentine, is because we should just be surrounded by the stuff we really like. Now, the stuff we really like could be, even something, in the kitchen that is useful. Like, oh, I really like how this whisks up the eggs and makes my life easier. So you're staying, you know? But when you think about the energy of the things in your life and how they make you feel, you want to be surrounded by the stuff that like lifts you up. It gives you that like, ooh, I really like this. I really like this. And it doesn't have to be expensive and it doesn't have to be big and it doesn't have to be anything that matters to anybody else. But you should be surrounded by people and things that light you up. And when I do coaching with people, I talk about this, of course, because I'm a road mapper, and you can see from here we have the whole notion of you're on a road trip behind me from where you are. I'll get this right one day, people. Where you are, and then you're in the car, right? And then you go back to, ideally, you go to where you love. So I do it road trip wise, and so I talk about it like traffic signals in your body, and I talk about that green light feeling, that, ooh, I'm moving forward. I love this. This is something I said love, but I really mean like ooh, I'm attracted to that. It's making me move forward. That's like the really like feeling. The just like feeling is like, yeah, you're okay. There's nothing wrong with you. It's fine, but maybe you're just not for me. So think about your stuff this week as to what Valentine would you send it? And because when you get in touch with the feelings that your things bring you, it makes it easier to determine what you want to do with it. Do you want to keep them in your life? Because decluttering is not about moving everything out of your house and living in a white box with like, a tulip hanging over it, in a thing. It's about just being surrounded by the stuff that you really like and the right amount of that stuff so you don't feel cluttered, that you don't feel oppressed and weighed down with your stuff. You get the stuff that lights you up, that makes your home a place that you enjoy being, but it's not anything that weighs you down. So this week, Valentine's Day edition of Monday Motivation is to look around your house this week and decide what Valentine would you give to your stuff. And then think about the things that do not fall into the I really like you camp. Maybe somebody else would really like them. Maybe that whisk, maybe that thing that you have that's fine could be somebody else's like dream thing. Okay. So happy Valentine's Day. Give a Valentine to yourself, because you got to love yourself before you can love anybody else. Give a Valentine, assign a Valentine to your stuff. Let me know how it goes. Put it in the comments below. Send me an email. I would love to know kind of what you came up with. All right. So happy Valentine's Day, Destination Declutterers. Don't forget to drive your life towards your destination of decluttering. And I will see you next week. All right. Bye.